I'm Jean Ann Duckworth, and welcome to 5 Minutes for Simple Joy. I want to ask you a question. Is there anything more sophisticated than the thought of a cocktail party? I don't know. Maybe it's because I like old movies, but when I think of cocktail parties, all I picture are Nick and Nora Charles standing around, dressed elegantly, and sipping martinis. There's just something about it that brings a thought of sophisticated living to my mind. Now, I know some of you may think cocktail parties and immediately imagine somebody having too much to drink and wearing a lampshade on their head. But we're going to talk today about holding a cocktail party for the holidays. This is an incredible way to entertain. It's a little more elegant and formal than an open house, but it's similar to an open house in that you don't have everybody coming at once. Instead, you want to send out invitations and have a set time from, say, 6 to 8 for your guests to be able to come. You can even make it a little earlier, from 5 to 7 instead. The idea is they come for cocktails, drop in for a little cocktail, a little nosh, a little conversation, happy holidays, and they're on their way and off to dinner or off to their next holiday event. You're just a quick stopover for them, and that's great because you don't have to deal with a huge event that way and a lot of people in your house at one time. Now, cocktail parties can be easy on the budget when it comes to the food, but it can be terribly expensive when it comes to making the cocktails themselves. If you're on a limited budget, instead of a cocktail party, do it more as like a wine and cheese, but have a lot more appetizers out than just cheese and crackers. But if you're doing a cocktail party, let me make a couple of suggestions for you. First of all, when it comes to stocking your bar, there are 5 basics you're going to need. You're going to want gin, vodka, scotch, Canadian whiskey, and bourbon. With these 5 bottles of liquor, you should be able to make almost any cocktail someone would order. You're going to need some mixers to go along with these, different types of soda, and you want to make sure you have a nice assortment of glasses. Even if you just use different kinds of plastic glasses, that's fine. Yes, I said the P word, plastic, when it comes to entertaining. Not all of us have enough glasses that we can serve cocktails to 50 of our nearest and dearest friends. My best suggestion to you would be, if you want to indulge in one expense for this event, hire a bartender, even if it's only a college kid, to be able to mix drinks for you. First of all, this is going to free you up from having to spend all of your time behind the bar mixing drinks for people. Secondly, it's going to save you or your spouse the frustration of having to constantly look up some obscure beverage someone wants to drink. And finally, if you hire a bartender who knows a little bit about what they're doing, they'll be able to tell you exactly what they're going to need to effectively serve your guest. As for your food, that's very simple. You want to go to a place like Smart & Final, Sam's Club, Costco, and buy a wide assortment of appetizers. You can cook them up. When I go to Smart & Final, they have disposable chafing dishes, so it makes it easy to be able to keep things warm. Get an assortment of cheese and crackers, some crudités. Avoid the chips and dip. You want to do some things that are a little bit different, that your friends aren't going to be eating at everyone's house this holiday season. They'll be munching enough chips at their own house. So you want to have some substantial food that will fill them up just a little bit as they're consuming alcohol. It just makes it a lot easier for everyone. Cocktail parties can be a lot of fun, and they are very simple to prepare for. Make sure you have a budget and you stick with it so that you don't go overboard. And if you want to, just make it a BYOB, and that way everybody can have a good time and your budget won't be crying the day after. That's all for this episode. Thank you for joining me. I'm Jean Ann Duckworth, wishing you a holiday season filled with simple joy.